Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
Bart.
Another new compass box.
They do so much pretty things.
It's called No Name number 3, and we're gonna
test it. What is the name?
No Name style.
Got it. That was exactly it. All right. I bought this one because I love this one when it came out.
That's edition 1.
Yes.
Was mainly Ardbeg.
Yeah. Dirty. Talking dirty.
Edition 2, No Name number 2 was mainly Kalila.
Yeah, and I did not buy that one. I don't remember it being bad or anything.
And Talisker.
And I love Talisker, but I didn't rush out and get it. I think I bought 2 of the first edition.
So if you're seeing the trend here, these are kind of Isla blends with some Klein Leash in them.
Yeah, he loves.
So the newest edition is mainly Beaumont and Lafroig.
Interesting. Okay.
Klein Leash and I think Mortlock.
Which is okay. Which is interesting because I love Lafroig. Beaumont sometimes is a mixed bag with me. It gets a little bit too charcoalish, maybe. When I saw the box, I thought raspberry. So I don't know what's going on there.
We are just cracking this, and I really hate to crack it and taste it. Do we want to stop recording, let it sit for a little bit, and come back?
Or why don't we taste it real quick? Please don't pour me quite as much. We'll taste it a little bit, give notes, and then what if we pause then? Come back after 10 minutes and see if it opens up.
Okay.
So this has got this raspberry wax on it.
And sometimes we do crack them ahead of time and pour them and let them get some air.
A lot of times you'll have them tasted up.
So one thing we could do, I guess, is that
what?
Compass box is real good. On the back of the label here is the makeup of the whiskey, what whiskeys are used.
And you get more info online.
Except for the ages.
Right.
Not on here.
Yes.
You can go to the website. You can pull up the PDF information sheet on this whiskey. It'll show you a little diagram of like a tree ring.
Deep dive.
Of what makes this up. And then for each whiskey, the number of rings is how old that whiskey is.
Genius.
So I don't know that he's not saying, I can too. He's not necessarily telling you this is a 12-year-old. Right. You have to interpret the chart for yourself. I think that's getting around the.
You got to be able to count.
I think that's getting around the SWA rules.
Right, because you have to figure it out yourself. Yeah, he didn't say it. He just showed you some tree rings.
Yeah, you were able to deduce.
You were able to do some math and count. So
I'm getting a lot of bangs here.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I noticed you were binging. I thought we were live. It's all right. Ooh.
I was going to work around it, but it's like
bing, 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 bing. Those are super chats coming in. Oh, they're not.
All right. Lafroig makes up 74% of this.
I like that.
From a recharred hogshead.
Recharred and hogsheads are good.
Beaumont, from a refill bourbon barrel, makes up 11.3%.
I feel like I can smell Lafroig, but that might be just because you told me.
Mortlock, from a recharred barrel, 7.5%. Here's my favorite part. Klein Leash from a refill sherry butt, 6%.
Ooh.
And then there's a Highland malt blend in here from a custom French oak cask, high toast.
Wow.
0.5%, very small.
Yeah, 0.5, yeah, very. So again, the blending magic coming out of Compass Box is high standard.
48.9%, if we didn't say that.
Yeah, think chef and bringing ingredients together and then presenting you with a completed meal. It's as if the appetizer rolls into the main dish, which is in line with the side dish, which matches the dessert. So it's all planned and it's all mastered. And it smells great. I get that Lafroig kind of that Lafroig smoke with a citrus.
Yeah, it's a citrus sweetness, and I also got some sort of like a baked, kind of like a croissant type.
Okay.
Not a croissant. Well,
like a bread.
Croissant.
Kind of
some
like
sort of a dessert croissant with like a
white icing.
A white icing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like a white sugar icing. Not too sweet, but
Yeah.
that's a good point. I was thinking some kind of bread. Wow, it's got the salivation going.
Nice peat jumping out at you. It's not a harsh peat, or it doesn't necessarily smell like it's going to smack you in the face type of peat, but the peat is there. But it smells gentle. It smells like a wafting peat.
Holy moly. I'm going to let you sip that. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. First, it took me to a seaside dock with a salt air breeze. Holy moly, it's still moving, because now it's a citrus clay smoked earth in the finish.
Very nice. That's a good definition. Yeah, it's
wow.
Seaside beach fire. It's even like smoked shrimp, sea algae, seafood, seaweed,
kale,
smoked kale.
Yeah, it kind of is like it's drying on a rack over a fire next to the seashore.
Vegetal would be a good.
Yeah, that's a good word. But then the finish is way more classical Islay.
There's more peat on the palate than I was getting on the nose, like I was describing, like a gentle peat on the nose. That's really it is kind of a smack in the face peat.
The finish is your more typical Islay peat, where you're getting a roasted, burnt barrel, ash, seashore.
Burnt dock. The dock is burning.
I like that.
And seafood is jumping out of the water into the fire because
shrimp wants to get in your belly. It's like, we're coming to you.
There's a nice, I think I got just a hint, and hopefully it wasn't just knowing that there's a sherry influence on that Klein leash, but I did get a slight hint of some berries, red berries. Definitely just a slight hint.
Yeah.
It's not, you're going to have to search for it. The nose malty, and I bet you that sherry finish will start to show even more as this gets some air. That's one fault to opening.
True.
Sometimes with sherry, a slight sherry finish or any type of a wine cask, some air really starts to help it.
Yeah, because I feel like in the finish I get a little bit of what I pick up as like a slight watered down fruity wine. But it pops in and it's gone, and then the finish is really all Islay ash.
It's definitely like that Lafroig peat with the peat, the vanilla, and the citrus. But then there's also extra maltiness to it, extra fruits besides just those citrus notes they are showing. Salty.
That is something, though.
Vegetal.
Always feels like you're saying it wrong, but I know you're right. Vegetal.
Yeah.
I know you're right, though. It's weird, because that's not something I normally get. There's a lot of enjoyment here, though, for the peat fans. I think you're going to like this. It's still not a slap in the face. What it is not a typical peat finish, but a much more recognizable peat finish. It won't be, but with these little subtle laces in it. I'm with you. I think there might be some more opening of that sherry finish as this sits or the bottle comes down.
Even for just cracking this, though, it's delicious. It's very good.
There is a lot going on here. Right there, I got a little bit of like even a dank basement with a soaked barrel that washed up on the shore. Man, that is good. That is interesting. I keep getting some different things there. Because the ash didn't feel like it was on the finish as much on that one. after adding the water, it softened it out a little bit.
Did you put a water in mine?
Mm-mm. I think that drop of water gave me more of that dunnage kind of flavor. And it's almost completely softened out the peat finish and gives me more of a slight charred burnt wood. I would prefer this neat based on that, but it's interesting the differences I'm picking up with a touch of water. Wow. Now I got to try a little bit more neat.
Yeah, when you said just pour me a little bit,
Yeah,
and I did. I
I
thought
know.
he's gonna
Yeah.
be going back for more.
That was, but it's amazing how much. Wait till you try this. The water has changed it, not dramatically, but significantly.
I don't know if there's too much difference there.
No, dramatic is huge. Significant is
Huge.
noticeable. No, not huge. Significant. Dramatically is like, what? This is a whole different thing. So,
Mm.
come on. That finish. I don't
It
get
did
that
help.
same.
Yeah, it helped. Well,
See, I don't call it a help. To me, it was more of a hinder. I would not do water in this, but it was good for picking out different things.
it made it sweeter. It's bringing out more of
Okay.
the fruit. The finish, the smoke is hanging on more now, I think, with the water. It's like that smoke is dragging
Try
out.
another heavy drop. You had a little more whiskey in the glass, because mine, the peat almost went away, and it left me charred oak, which I didn't like as much. But it was weird that I was picking up a lot more flavors on the forefront that were sherry type notes, I think. Mm. Oh yeah.
Don't see too much different on the nose.
Mm-mm. I would drink this neat. If you're a peat fan, go neat.
Mm.
Mm.
A second drop of water brought out a little bit more creaminess up front.
Okay.
It's brought down some of the, if there was a rough edge to the peat and that smoked wood meat flavor, it kind of rounded that out a little bit.
Didn't like the rounding. I wanted it harsh. I wanted it a little stronger.
This might be good right here.
I know. This is a whiskey playground. This is why, if anybody ever tells you, and not that you have to, but don't put water in it, they don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes water does nothing. Sometimes it does this. It's giving me all new hints of what's going on in this bottle. So,
I won't say we always do, but probably
Almost.
99% of the time. Which occasionally we forget. Sometimes we have a 40%er,
yeah,
maybe a 43, a
Yep.
44, and we forget to add water because it's good where it is.
it is. Yeah.
Generally, though, even with a 40%er, we still add a drop of water
Right.
just to see what
And
happens.
sometimes it'll kill it. Yeah, you put a drop of water in, you're like, yuck. Oh, what the heck?
Brownies. It's got a light chocolate brownie.
I didn't get that. I
On the
love
nose.
chocolate brownies. I love
Just
those.
smelling it.
I love that sheet cake brownie with the chocolate icing.
Here, smell mine. Or likes to smell.
Now I couldn't do it in good faith. First, I was waiting for you to like throw it in my face or something, and
I like a raspberry.
yeah, I did get a little bit more raspberry. That was weird. I thought, come on, man. I mean, you got a perfume on you or something? You're wearing a raspberry perfume?
Well, the wife and her friends are baking.
They are, but I can't smell
holiday.
it. Yeah, they're
treats
cooking or baking
upstairs.
upstairs. I can't smell anything though up there.
I like it. I like this
God
with.
dang.
I like
Okay.
it neat. I like it with a drop. I like it with 2 drops.
So here's the deal. I like this a lot. I'm nervous about the price. I'm going to score this as a 90. I dig it. I love the fact that the water changes it. But it's got all these beautiful little surprises inside. But
91. I was right there with you.
okay, so I'm 90. You're 91 now.
Let's see.
You're gonna hurt me. You're
same-
gonna hurt me here.
Same as the others. These are 120 to 130 range.
That's not bad. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Some people will hear blended whiskey and think, what? And this is, I can't say it enough. This is a chef that's planned out the meal from appetizer to dessert. It's all in a bottle.
Let's take a quick look at 1 and 2 next to it.
I wouldn't fight you.
Just a little bit here. We'll make a little.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't fight you.
Cocktail when we're done.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, that's 1. 1 is on the left.
Okay, hold on. Because
2.
Just because of what you're doing, I got to pour a little bit more. Just a touch. Just a touch.
I'll put those up there.
All right, hold on. I got to cleanse.
No, mix those up. Just remember, that's
I'm not. Boom.
1 and 2.
So that one's gold? No, that's 1. That's the
1.
black.
That's the black. This, yeah.
Mm.
We'll see if you remember the makeup as we talk, as we taste them.
I can't remember the makeup. Hard bag.
There, you remember that one.
Kalila.
Let's do, actually, because of that, if I remember right, 1 is the thicker, heavier peat. Let's try Kalila. Let's try the set number 2.
Okay.
First, it was mainly Kalila and
Ooh, boy,
Talisker.
the nose is way different. Yeah.
So mainly Talisker and Kalila here, and it was lighter than I remember than number 1. Still good. These are all excellent additions, and I like how he's used. It's Isla, but he's used different distilleries in each one.
Yeah, that's subtle. It's light. I am smelling a cologne on you, by the way. It's good. It's like a musk.
Probably beard oil.
Could be. I got close to you. Nope, it's not that.
It's a smoke, though. It's temple smoke.
Wow.
Wow, that one's very good, too. And on the nose,
That's subtle, though. That's very subtle to me. That's not showing itself.
I know it's Kalila, but I got a smoked peanut floral note.
Okay, all right. Hold on.
That's number 2. Both good still. Now number 1.
This is subtle to me. I can see why I didn't buy it. Not that it's bad, but this is going to be phenomenal.
Oh, and he doesn't have the makeup on. Number 1 is old enough that he wasn't putting the makeup on the back, but this one was mainly Ardbeg.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna guess Klein Leash as well, as it's in number 3 and number 2.
Tobacco leaf. Tobacco leaf char. Yeah. Yeah. Richer, for whatever that means.
Yeah.
Slight velvety mouthfeel.
Richer peat, thicker peat.
Yeah. I can see why. And look at that. It's even got better legs.
Chewier.
I don't know if you can see it. It's got legs on the bottle. Got to have a second one of this.
Yeah. All different, all unique. Like I say, I love how he's taken. I didn't realize he was using different Isla distilleries for each one. So number 3, mainly Bowmore or mainly Lefroy, followed with Bowmore. So
first of all, you are a genius. You know, I wouldn't have even. I don't even think I have another one of these left. I think I drank it.
I bet you do.
I might.
I do.
The fact that you've got, well, you're good.
I
wouldn't have been able to compare. The comparison here is unbelievably. That is good. It's unbelievably. It's good. That's great. Hold on. Wow.
I think they're all good. All worth it.
That one's subtle to me.
I would say if you find any of these on the shelf, pick them up. This was 2, if not 3 years ago.
Yeah. Good.
Fact is, this one is 2 years old. I know that. So I think it's been 2 years since he came out with an edition. Because this one had just come out when I was down in Austin 2 years ago, or when we were down there.
Yeah, we were there together on that one.
Because last year was canceled from COVID. So 2 years ago, this one was out. 3 years ago, number 1 was out. So it's been 2 years since we've seen a no-name.
Wow. Yeah. That's good.
Back to number 3.
Yeah.
3, yeah. I think 3 is definitely
it's like right in the middle.
The sweetest.
I got a slight sour peanut now.
Lightest peat, maybe.
Slight sour peanut. No doubt I made the right call when I picked up more of the black wax top. If I was to order these, it would be powerful, strong, kick butt.
Try number 2. Try number 2 again.
Okay.
No name number 2. Boy, that was a nice mouthfeel as well. Sweet, but not necessarily berry, fruity sweetness. It's more citrus, sugary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, peat punch, 1, 2, 3, all good, all very distinctly different. Hard to compete with that. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Wow. Way to go, Glacier.
If you haven't heard, I am newest member of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society team.
You know what you need to do when you get like hard to find bottles? You need to have Bart from the Scotch Test Dummies on. What? Oh. Just kidding. I know you're doing your new gig. I'm still a cop.
Part of my role is I will be working on their YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society America's YouTube channel, go subscribe to it.
That's good.
You'll see some content coming from me and other team members as well. We're going to try to increase that. So, and I look forward to my new role with the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society and helping members out. Hopefully, kind of a top to bottom role. I mean, like I'd like to.
That'd be good.
Do a little bit of everything.
Anybody that's curious, I ain't leaving law enforcement anytime soon. I'm in it. He teases me, but I'm staying. I think, short of me getting shot, I'm staying until 2026. I want to stay. I dreamed about cop work since I was 5, so I like it, and I want to stay. But I am getting old. All the new rookies, I keep thinking they can't be 21. That's how you know you're old, when you're like, are you even old enough to be a cop? And they're like, I'm 23. And I'm like, what? You look 17.
I can tell you this. So I had almost 29 years on, 28 and a half.
Yeah, I got 27.
I had made a lot of friends, a lot of good friends.
Right.
Had a lot of good times. Did a lot of stuff most people don't get to do.
Right. You and I have been the tip of the spear a few times.
There's a few pucker factors in there.
There is.
95% of the time, we make too much money.
Right.
5% of the time, we don't make near enough. Might be less. Might be like 2% of the time.
5's good.
5%.
There's 5% of the time you're not paying me enough. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. But the rest of the time, I feel like I'm making too much sometimes when I'm just scheduling my troops or something. I'm like, wow, overpaid. So, but then the raging maniac, buck naked with the shotguns running around. I'm like, woo, here we go. Here we go. That's happened.
More seaside campfire with a smoked ham coming along on edition number 3.
I'm going back to number 1, baby. We're going to finish with the 1.
All right.
Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Sláinte.
Dummies.